Dude, I love this. I mean, I talk about this all the time when it comes to Freemasonry and being around for, we don't know, since the beginning. There's so many different stories that go with it. But each generation has an opportunity to put their signature, their fingerprints on what Freemasonry meant to them and really define it and leave it in a better place for the next group. And what if we could do this? Like, I
Yeah.
think this is what we were all thinking we were getting into before we showed up to our lodge, is that I'm going to go join. And I've heard it from, in New York, we call it the North Star program. Men who are interested in Freemasonry, we call them prospects, and they visit, and they all come for a couple things. They are looking for a better class of friends. They're looking to find out that big answer is, why am I here and what am I supposed to be doing with my life, right? And you join a lodge because you think you're getting in line with other people who are already pursuing that, or maybe have some of the answers that you're seeking. And kind of to what we teased about when we opened this was, what do you end up going to? Dinners, secretary's minutes, arguments over, replacing roofs and sidewalks around the lodge building, quickly gaveling, having, a quick dinner, maybe a drink at the bar, and then going home. And you're supposed to come back to that in 30 days and be excited to be there. So what if we could transform it into something bigger, to where, you actually had these places where men back in, especially if we look at it through an America 250 lens, the men who were going through this call for freedom and individualism and patriotism, and they found a safe space where they could openly talk about how all of this was affecting them and their families' lives and everybody that they knew. Like, that would be amazing if we could get lodges closer back into that step. I love that. I'm totally on board with it.
And I think that's a way to retention.
Yeah.
Well, and by the way, it's not, we still have to have our stated meeting. We still have to read the minutes, pay the bill. We have to do all of those things. But for how many years, how many generations have we been thinking, well, we raise a new class. Clearly the candidates, the new members, go through a wonderful, tremendous, memorable degree experience. Then we raise them. And then what do? Well, too often we release them into a sea of nothing. We hope they'll come back. Well, when the state it is, brother. Here's our trestle board. See you there. Well, mentoring, we want mentoring to be more than just a memorization coach. We want the mentor-mentee relationship to be infinite, a lifetime. And the answer for so many years has been, well, we raised 5 guys, 2 of them come back. Well, let's just the answer is more members, new members. Well, what would happen if we got our house in order, provided some very relevant, I call it non-Masonic education, and I get scolded by older brothers say, well, all education is Masonic. Well, I'm saying something that is not out of the cipher, that is relevant to our members. That could be a lodge education presentation over dinner that is about financial planning, about health, about caring for an aging adult. Any number of things. I just had this conversation in the office recently. Those items in life that no one prepares you for, that nobody tells you about. That those are just a couple of small ideas that could really give someone the incentive to, with regular programming, mixed in with regular Masonic, the things that we all love about Lodge, the history and the value teachings, the esoteric side, but then alternating that with other topics that are relevant to young people of today.